Everybody, this is dear Mama Sal and Bean Bean, who are on their way to the vet so that we can find out what's wrong with Bean's tail. That owie that you saw is on his tail, and we're not quite sure what it is, and it could be a wart, it could be all sorts of things, but the vet will have a look at it today and then give me a call, and by the time I come home from work I'll be able to tell you guys, because I'll be on my way to pick him up. Unfortunately, it probably means they're going to have to incise it, take it out or take it off or whatever. Yuck. So his tail's not going to look too pretty, but hopefully he will be okay. Sorry, I just was checking on a truck ahead of me that looked like it wasn't moving. It was in my lane but not moving, but apparently it is. So, a bit worrying. I hate it when Bean Bean's got an owie that I can't fix for him, but hopefully they will be able to. Of course, he won't like me at all because I'm taking him to the vet, but I'm used to that. That's what alpha dogs do. They take their dogs to the vet. And I keep explaining that to him. I'm the same person that buys you food and cookies. Right. So, not going to let it ruin my day. This is a classic moment of... Did you have a little woof there, Bean? It's a classic time of I could let this emotion overcome me for the day, or I could just know that he's going to be in really good hands, and he'll be a lot better soon, hopefully. Of course, the other thing is that this wasn't in my budget for this month, and so this is where that 10% I put away every time I put my paycheck in comes to save me. And that's what I was trying to explain to you guys last year, when around about this time, I think, which was, you know, every paycheck I put in, I take 10% out and put it in a savings account, which is my emergency or special treat fund. And so I also do have medical insurance on Bean. It doesn't cover it all, but it does cover some. So if he has to have x-rays and some sort of operation today, at least some of that will be covered, which is good. I think I was talking about that the other day. It's sort of like, ooh, sorry, Bean. Good boy. Some of that is covered, and so that saves a little bit. It's like a forced saving plan, I always think. You're actually spending your own money, or getting back your own money. The difference is that you've put it in a premium to an insurance company, who have been very kindly looking after it and getting interest on it. Now, the people who are really well organized and well managed, they will put insurance type money away as well, and because they reckon that if anybody's going to get interest on their money, it's going to be them. I think I just missed the turn where I meant to. No, maybe not. And I do know people who are capable of that. I've got some friends that I know that really are wonderful. They've never bought insurance. They've always put their own money away and let it collect interest, and it's their insurance type fund. And they have tens of thousands of dollars in it over the years. So for those of you who are capable of doing that, and for the rest of us, we buy insurance. So that's good. And last night was, I had a good night's sleep last night. I knew it would be an emotional day today, so I made sure that I had a good night's sleep. And I feel refreshed and ready to go. So I'm going to come back to you after I've been to the vet, and we'll talk again then. Bye bye for now. Well, hello again, everybody. So Ben's safely in the hands of the vet, or at the moment the vet's assistants, and so actually when I looked at the owie this morning, it had looked a lot healthier than it did yesterday, so I put some salve stuff on it last night. You know, sort of it's a special mixture of I think petroleum jelly and some antibiotics type stuff, and that really does look a lot healthier today. It doesn't look inflamed as it did yesterday. So we will see. We think it's a wart, but better to be safe than sorry. And if they need to get it out, then they will. So there's a guy walking two little Scotties, Scottish Terriers, one white and one black. They look like an ad for a whiskey commercial. I'm trying to remember. I know that one whiskey used to have a black and white, one black and one white Scottish Terrier on their label, or at least on their advertising, if not on their label. So that's going to bug me now when I try and remember which ones. Oh, that's a long time ago. Anyway, so now I can go on my journey to work, and I'm actually doing pretty well, so I shouldn't be late for work at all. Except I've made a bit of a mistake here because I can't turn left right here. So I need to do a bit of a dipsy-doodle here. So I think what we'll do is we'll go into the gas station area. And then we will approach it from a different angle. Because if they think they're going to make me late for work, they can think again, right? Because I'm on a mission to get everything accomplished. Okay, so now I've done a square. We're just about to do the last side of it, and then I'll be back where we were. Yes! Do not panic. It's again, it's a -8 today, and that is 18 equivalent in the States. So it is chilly, there's no doubt about it. And I've just about got the car warmed up now because of the trip I did to the vet. So I might not need my gloves today. Boy, I tell you, yesterday I needed my glove just to drive my car. It was, I've got a leather steering wheel. Well, a leather cover to my steering wheel, let's put it that way. But boy, even that was stone cold yesterday. It was really strange. But another beautiful day. Absolutely, you pray for days like this in the winter in BC. Blue sky and chilly. Now, I know that we start the Olympics tomorrow. Way, so excited. I do enjoy the Winter Olympics, and I wondered what your favorite sport is in the Winter Olympics. You know, I'm certain some of you are big into the ice skating, and I'm certain some of you enjoy different aspects of it. And I must admit that I really do enjoy the ski jump. And I will never ever watch the ski jump without remembering when they had the Olympics in Calgary, Eddie the Eagle, who was not what you might call the greatest ski jumper in the world, but boy did he have guts to do it. And I don't know where that man is today, but Eddie the Eagle definitely sticks in my mind as a character out of the Winter Olympics, one that I will remember for the rest of my life. So, as I said, he might not have been the best ski jumper in the world, but he certainly had impact. And I know he was much loved by a lot of us here in Canada. I can't even remember where he was from the UK or something, I think. And he was dubbed Eddie the Eagle. He actually probably was Sam the Sparrow, but you know what I mean, in terms of how far he flew. But it was really cute that he ended up getting a name and the media caught onto it. And then, of course, that must have been very close to the beginning, because every time the guy jumped, which wasn't for very long obviously, but every time he jumped, you know, there was a huge media presence to watch him, and a lot of coverage. So it's amazing that sometimes you don't have to be the best at something to actually make an impact at something, and perhaps we all need to remember that. You know, I was thinking how excited I was to make it to 150,000 views, and you know, this is something that I want you all to relate to in your life, because it is a wonderful feeling in terms of, you know, when I think about my own personal side and the side of all the people that have traveled this journey with me. You know, for those of us that are the team that is now Dear Mama Sal, you know, we've got this far. You know, we didn't crash and burn and fade and do anything. We're still moving forward, and that's wonderful. But if you want to really ruin your day, yeah, it's easy to do, because this is what we do every day with our goals. If you want to really ruin your day, you know, I should just compare my 150,000 to somebody like Judy and go, boy, she gets that on one video in 10 minutes. You know, not literally, but you know what I mean, by comparison. I mean, it's very easy to do, is to compare yourself with somebody way out of your league, and thereby just totally depress yourself and go, oh, I am useless. And that is one of the things about setting and achieving goals, is if you compare yourself to the ultimate, you're going to depress yourself, and what's the point? You're going to fail, because you'll be going, you know, who am I? Whereas those people who achieve goals actually get great joy out of their small achievements. Now, I'm thinking about my Battle of the Bulges, which is, of course, the next part of my life, as we head into out of winter here. And it is really strange, because I do know what I need to do to lose that weight. I've done it before, and I can do it again. I must admit that this time last year I thought I was the heaviest I'd ever been, but since then I've put on 17 pounds. Well, that's pretty scary, isn't it? Now, I know that Jamie is telling me, okay, well, if you get onto this fitness routine that I've got, that Jamie's got, you know, you can lose it in a heartbeat. But I also have to be realistic and go, I can lose it in a heartbeat by sitting on my Total Gym and doing 20 minutes 3 times a week. So I'm certainly not going to buy into another program when I've got my very effective one at home. What is not effective is my discipline to get on it. Now, at the moment, I've got a pretty good excuse. And my good excuse is I've got a weakened back due to the damage I did about 10 days ago. However, I can still do something. So what's stopping me from doing anything is, 1,001 things. I just have to upload a video. I just have to edit a video. I just have to quickly download this. I have to, it goes on forever, doesn't it? And now the difference is, and I'm pretty sure of this, that for those people who are health conscious and health motivated, they get home and the first thing they do is change clothes and do their exercise, whatever that is, go for a run, do their workout, whatever it is. That's the first thing they do. Before they sit down and start editing or doing stuff like that. So the trick is that I've got to change my discipline around this. But you know what it's like? You come home and you're exhausted and really, really fighting to stay awake. And so my reality is I'm going to be as aware as I can now of what I'm eating. I've been pretty good. I've cut down a lot of the snacking that I've been doing. Actually, it was bad at work yesterday. Oh no, I've got to admit, yesterday was bad at work. They had some salted caramels. Have you ever had those? Caramels with pink salt on top of them. Now that's two types of bad, sugar and salt. One type of good. Unbelievably good. And I had 3 yesterday. Now, they're under lock and key with one of my colleagues because they know if they let I'll have them, she'll just devour the whole lot. I can do that. Oh yeah, where was I talking about weight? I definitely have a sweet tooth. No doubt about it. So, I'm not going to do a big beat up on myself. I am just going to keep heading towards my goal. And, it's really funny because I am so aware of these little benchmarks along the way. And I'm really quite what's the word? I'm happy with being happy. That sounds really strange, doesn't it? But do you know what I mean? It's like I don't feel upset about my weight at this point. I feel, I know I'm obese in terms of standing on a scale, but I don't feel less than because of that. But I also am smart enough to know that I just going to go out and do a few things that I need to do to change this dynamic. Now, of course, I just have to get out of the door and go take a walk. And that would help. Anything would help. I just got to do it. I got to have the discipline to do it. And that's really all that it is. The discipline not to put too much sugar into my body. The discipline. I eat a lot of fruit and vegetables. I try to anyway. And so it's not that I can't eat good foods, it's that I put in too much junk over and above it. Now, some people put in a lot of fat, and my downfall isn't fat as much as the sugars, sweet stuff. So, time to be more aware again, back on the fitness pal, I guess, and just do some exercise and see what a difference it makes. And the other thing is to eat foods that will fill me up better. I always try and think of stir fries and meals like that really have a lot of vegetables in them, and also, you know, a lot of good foods as opposed to bad ones. But we will work on that. What I try to do is during the week. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. There's a dog limping badly. Made me think of my baby. Aw, I'm sure he's scared. I always think that when a big dog like that goes to the vet, he's in a pretty small cage for the day. And Bean's not used to that. But luckily, he's big enough, and he's, you know, what I call really big enough, that they will have him in a very big cage. And it'll be at ground level, because he's so big. So that's an advantage. Alright, let me stop getting distracted here and get on with my day. So I wish you all the ability not to compare yourself with everybody today. Just live your life to make yourself happy. Don't say, well, you know, if I were doing really well, I'd be the same as Jane or John or Frida or whatever. Just to have a day where you just look at what you own and be grateful for it. Don't think about what you haven't got. Be grateful for what you have. And really work on your own goals for yourself. Just say to yourself, you know, I don't really mind what everybody else wants for me. This is what I want for me. And take one more step towards that. And what I want for me today is I want my back to be stronger so that I can function properly again. And so I'm not going to do too many stupid things with my back today just because I can't be bothered to go and get help, or because my ego is in the way of my asking for help. I am just going to be positively pathetic if I need to be, and just keep asking for that sort of help. And that's not easy for me, but if I want a strong back, it's what I'm going to have to do. So that will be my goal for the day. I'll be talking to you probably on my way to go and pick up Bean Bean, because now we have daylight as I drive home, which is wonderful. So dear Mama Sal saying, have a great day, and thanks for being there in support. We wouldn't be here without you guys. You know that, right? We would not have made it through to 150 views if you hadn't kept watching. So my sincere thanks to all of you again and again and again. And I look forward to the next part of the journey with you. This is dear Mama Sal saying bye for now.